Can you guys see my screen okay? Perfect. Okay, well, let's get started. Welcome to the Intro to Algorand Workshop hosted by Web3 Pak. This workshop will be helpful if you are in Web3 or technology curious. Maybe you are already in Web3, but you don't know much about Algorand, or perhaps you're looking for a career change, or even wanting to build your own startup. This presentation should help give you some understanding, motivation, and inspiration. So let's get started straight away. My name is Sara Jane Kenny. I'm a junior developer community advocate at the Algorand Foundation. I've been working in the industry for 3 to 4 years across startups, within communities and social media, and I'm currently studying software development at university in Ireland. So feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn, just search my name, Sara Jane Kenny, and also join the community on X and follow Algorand Foundation at ALGO Foundation. In this presentation, we will go through what is Algorand, how does Algorand work, and then we'll be doing our first earning challenge. So getting started on Algorand by claiming your onboarding NFT and exporting that temporary wallet to Para Wallet. So even if you haven't started downloading Para on your phone, feel free to get ready now and look it up on the App Store. It's just P-E-R-A. Then we'll be going back to the presentation, why Algorand is the easiest blockchain to build on, real-world application, a fun live NFT minting demo, an ecosystem overview, and then the future of accelerating adoption. Finally, we'll be on to the final earning challenge, where you continue your Web3 journey by claiming your special verifiable credential certificate NFT, which can be added to your LinkedIn profile. So please ask questions, but if you can save them till the end, that would be great. But if you have questions throughout, feel free to post it in, and I'll look back up through it at the very end of the presentation. So just to make sure we're able to stay focused on the presentation, I'll answer questions at the very end. All right. So what is Algorand? Algorand, in one sentence, is an enterprise-grade programmable Layer 1 blockchain with instant finality and low fees, enabling consistently high TPS, which is transactions per second, and requiring minimal energy use. We will get to each point in this sentence, so don't worry if the wording is new for you. This uniquely enables solutions that scale. Our technology, our tooling, our investments, everything we do is about enabling innovative real-world solutions at scale. So only at Algorand can we talk about true scalability without any sacrifice to performance. Why can I say this? Well, let's get into it. The number one question people ask is what makes Algorand different from other blockchains like Ethereum? So we are ready for global adoption. Algorand's elegant consensus mechanism enables true scalability, handling over 10,000 transactions per second. Our blockchain is trustlessly truthful. So with instant finality and a block time under 3 seconds, you can be certain your completed transactions stand as an unalterable or unchangeable truth. And instant finality just means once transactions are processed, they are added to the network instantly. We're designed to endure. An ongoing drive towards true decentralization will make Algorand one of the most reliable and resilient blockchain platforms in the world. And we're leading on post-quantum research. On Algorand, a quantum-safe state-proof utilizing Falcon signatures. For any cryptography heads, it is a lattice-based signature, which just means it's resistant to quantum computers thanks to its complexity. So every 256 blocks, this state proof happens, which is around 12 minutes. 256 blocks takes around 12 minutes. And the state proof ensures the entire history of the ledger is secure against potential threats. We at the Foundation are preparing now for quantum computers instead of waiting for the problem to come and fixing it when it happens. We definitely shouldn't fear new technology, but to put it into perspective, a quantum computer would be able to hack many of the blockchain networks easily. So Algorand is really leading the blockchain industry on post-quantum security. But let's get back to the roots and the beginnings. The founder, Silvio Micali, is an Italian computer scientist and MIT professor He's also known as one of the modern forefathers of cryptography, thanks to his work such as co-inventing probabilistic encryption, zero-knowledge proofs, verifiable random functions, and then, of course, Algorand, which was founded in 2017, but the first Genesis block on mainnet was in June of 2019. And for anyone interested in cryptography and blockchain security, in a more shorter sentence, because this session is also being recorded, so you can watch it back at some point, but probabilistic encryption just means enhancing encryption security by producing different ciphertexts for the same plain text. Zero-knowledge proof allows verification of information without revealing the actual information. And finally, verifiable random functions generate publicly verifiable random outputs, which would be essential for secure and fair randomness of cryptographic applications. Bit of a mouthful, but don't worry, if it will take some time to sink in. So let's talk about the numbers. As mentioned before, Algorand can do a theoretical transactions per second of over 10,000. We have a second block time less than 3 seconds, and we have a 0.001 algo, and that's basically like a tenth of a US penny. Instant finality means once the block is processed, the entire process is finished. And this is unique about Algorand, and it's a need for consumer adoption. It instantly gets added to the chain. So we have 0 seconds for that to take place. Algorand mathematically is near impossible to fork, and I'll explain exactly what that means in a few moments. And we also have 0 downtime since inception. As of June 2024, it has been recorded Algorand has produced over 40 million blocks, a huge 2 billion transactions. And a fun fact about that, since Algorand's inception, we have done 2 billion transactions, but in the past year, we have been able to do 1 billion. So there's been some huge growth happening, and over 800,000 active users on chain. So the art of the tech, how is this all made possible? So Algorand is technology you can trust. As we went through earlier, lightning fast speeds, never wait for a confirmation. Final and block time is under 3 seconds. There's no transaction manipulation. So that means no forking, no rollbacks, and no nonce management, which means simpler building, easier maintenance, and lower go-to-market costs. A fork is when a blockchain splits into 2 competing paths, and in the end, one of the paths gets deleted, including all of the transactions that were on it. We need to keep authenticity and rarity where it needs to be, because there can't be 2 Mona Lisas due to forking. A rollback is when a series of confirmed transactions get reversed as if they didn't happen, which of course is not very decentralized. We are 1/3 of the way to being a pure quantum secure blockchain. We just need to do 2 more steps, which is quantum secure VRF and transaction signature scheme. Lastly, we are energy efficient always. Powering the entire Algorand network requires about 80 kilowatts, the equivalent of charging a Tesla car. So what can you do inside the Algorand Layer 1 blockchain? So these are some Layer 1 features. So we have Algorand smart contracts. Algorand makes it easy to tokenize, transfer, and program conditions on any instrument of value. You can create fungible and non-fungible tokens with a single transaction where, in fact, no smart contract code is required. Or you can program more sophisticated decentralized applications with Algorand smart contracts. Developers can now write smart contracts in Python, native Python. Oh, did my screen share? I will get that screen share back on.
It was working. I was able to see.
Can you see the screen share?
Yes.
Perfect. Alrighty, so developers can write in pure Python, and you can also use one of our 4 SDKs, which is Python, JavaScript, Golang, and Java to connect to on-chain assets or applications. We also have our Algorand standard assets, which are basically the tokens on the Algorand blockchain. And they're appealing for many reasons. Just some like efficiency, scalability, and security. It basically inherits the pros of the Algorand network. This next one I really like personally. We have atomic transfers at the layer 1 level. So Algorand atomic transfers allow multiple transactions to be grouped together and executed atomically, ensuring that either all transactions succeed or none of them do. And this is key for truly trustless transactions. You don't need a smart contract to perform these types of transactions either. You can do it via a script, which is pretty cool because on other blockchains, you'd have to go through lengthy troubles to perform this type of transaction within a smart contract. We also have on-chain randomness. So as you know, computers are straightforward machines. You give a computer program an input, it gives you an output. If you give it the same input again, it will give you the same output again every time. So this is predictable. So having a source of trusted and secure randomness is necessary for decentralized applications that depend on randomized processes, such as lotteries, random NFT drops, games, etc. Finally, as mentioned before, Algorand state proofs. But state proofs not only allow for post-quantum security, but also enables trustless bridging between different networks like Ethereum. Okay, so we're doing a lot of tech talk. So consensus refers to the way blocks are written to the blockchain. So what is a consensus mechanism? The most important and fundamental task in a blockchain is the secure, reliable, and fast creation of the next block in the chain. The tool to create and validate the next block in a blockchain is called the consensus mechanism. Early blockchains used a consensus mechanism called proof of work, like Bitcoin you might have heard of. While this was useful at the time to prove out the concept of blockchain, it has been shown to be very slow, expensive, and energy inefficient way to write the next block in a chain. Algorand uses an innovative consensus mechanism called pure proof of stake to write the next block in the Algorand chain. So Algorand consensus requires 3 steps to propose, confirm, and write a block to the blockchain. These steps are, number 1, the propose phase. One account is chosen to propose the block. 2, the soft vote phase. A committee is chosen to soft vote on the proposal. And 3, the certify phase. A new committee is chosen to vote on certifying the block. So each block has a new proposer and new committees chosen at random using the power of VRF. This leads to player replaceability, a powerful tool that enhances the security, and anybody who has a token can participate. So no static target to attack. There's no heavy computation or debilitating energy consumption, as VRF is a simple task, and this entire process takes less than 3 seconds. And of course, is instant once it's finished. So let's compare one of the AVM, the Algorand virtual machine, versus the EVM, the Ethereum virtual machine, because it's the most popular blockchain, programmable blockchain out there at the moment. So while TPS measures how many transactions the blockchain can process per second, time to finality measures the time it takes for a transaction to become irreversible once it is confirmed and added to the blockchain, like discussed earlier. As we see, Ethereum can only handle 56 transactions per second, 12-second block times, and 12 to 16 minutes for finality. So if we compare that to Algorand's theoretical 10,000 transactions per second, less than 3-second block time, and instant finality, it's quite a jump into the modern day blockchain like Algorand. Even if we compare it to other blockchains like Solana, the transaction finality is still not instant, it's 12 seconds. So let's talk about the programmability. Ethereum has solidity, which means you need to learn a new language to build on-chain. rather than using a traditional language you would learn in high school or college. And you may think, what about Viper on Ethereum? But Viper is not a native Python, but a distinct programming language inspired by Python for writing Ethereum smart contracts. Whereas Algorand now uses native Python, allowing developers to write and execute smart contracts directly in Python. Algorand is the only blockchain that currently allows native Python to build on-chain. And we also have TealScript, which is basically TypeScript, and that's getting ready for the production level applications. So now that you've learned about Algorand and its technology, it's time to do our first earning challenge. Time to join in on the fun. So let's go through how to set up your Algorand Para wallet, which is the way that we're going to be exporting our temporary wallet to Para. So you will get the ALGOs and the onboarding NFT, which was created specifically for this event by Algorand artist Nervous Library. So please follow along. So feel free to scan the QR code there for the Para wallet. This is not for the claiming yet. This is just to set up your wallet. I know some of you have already got it set up, but first go to your app store on your phone and start downloading Para in the background. We'll watch 2 short videos that are less than a minute, just showing how you can claim the NFT, whether you are going to do it all through your mobile device. I'll send a link in the chat, so if you're watching this from your phone, you'll still be able to partake. And if you're going to claim on your laptop/computer to export it to your phone. Okay, I think I'm going to show the videos now. So this is if you're just doing it on one device, so just on your phone. So with that, you claim it without the credentials because you don't have a wallet yet. And this wallet will be funded and have the onboarding NFT. So then you would scroll down, export it. You can either copy the paraphrase, which is 25 words. You go into import an account. You would recover an account. And then you can click the 3 dots in the top right corner and paste the full paraphrase. Now, I haven't given you the claim yet. This is just showcasing it so you guys can see how to do it in a moment's time. So that's how easy it is. But you can also do it if you're you're claiming on your laptop, which I'll be sending the magic link in the chat. All you have to do is click it. It'll open up a new tab. You claim without your credentials. This will be the temporary wallet. You export it. And then if you have your phone next to you on Para wallet, all you need to do is go inside your Para wallet and scan the QR code. And that will fill out your mnemonic phase. So I hope you guys are ready for this. I will. Perfect. So this is the QR code you will scan now. I will also send the magic link in the chat. But as you can see on the left-hand side, that is the art that you will be claiming. And along with claiming it, you also get your few algos. So feel free to click the link in the chat. And I also have step-by-step versions. So if you are a bit nervous, if this is your first time using Web3, that's totally okay. Feel free to just scan, follow the instructions, and I will also be going step-by-step to it. But I'll give some people a moment to use the link in the chat or scan the QR code. So now I'm going to show the step-by-step. So you go to proceed to claim, and you do it with the non-credential, as this will be your temporary wallet that you will then export. After this, you will claim. You'll be giving the NFT in your temporary wallet on Go Pausable, and you scroll down to the bottom and you export. Once you export, you can either copy the mnemonic phase, or you can scan the QR code inside of your Para wallet. If you're on your Para wallet, you can click the add button, or if you just downloaded it, you might just see import an account. Then you can either recover it by pasting it in or scanning your QR code. Okay, I think I'll give you guys a little bit of time to see how this process is going. If you have any questions, put them in the chat. If you need some guidance or if you want to see the QR code again. So what you need to, for that, what you need to do is claim without credentials. So I will show you. You need to claim without the credentials as you don't have a Para wallet. So we're going to fund the temporary wallet that you will get, and then you'll export that. So I'll showcase one of the videos again. Let me go here. So if you see here, you would scan it, you go to the link, you would proceed to claim. After it checks it, you will claim without credentials. This just means you don't have a wallet in the background already. So this is where you don't need to worry about the funding or you need 0.22 algos to claim. This is the part that solves that. So you claim without the credentials. And once you claim without the credentials, it will set up this temporary wallet. So all you need to do is click the link or scan the QR code I had a few moments on before. You claim without the credentials, and a temporary wallet will be set up for you inside of GoPausable. After this, you would just go down to where you can export this wallet, and you'll export it to your Para wallet. So this means you don't have to worry about being pre-funded or opted into any assets. It will do it all for you. So as we can see here, the temporary wallet is made. Scroll down to the bottom and you export. Is there any questions? So I'll show one last time. When you get to the proceed to claim, it will give you an option to claim without credentials or with. You have to claim without the credentials as we're setting up this Algorand wallet for you instead. So whether you're on PC or phone, it doesn't matter. I'll showcase in the other video for the PC side of it as well. So you just proceed to claim. You claim without credentials, confirm you're not a robot, of course. And then it onboards you onto Algorand. And then you just export that wallet to Para wallet. So please let me know in the chat. Someone said in the chat, by the way, it took more than 3 seconds for the transaction to complete. That's probably because there's a lot of smart contracts, and inside there is other transactions. So each transaction. Okay, cool. I think people are doing it. I'm going to continue with the presentation. For those of you who've just joined, please start downloading your Para wallet. I'll come back to this again in a moment's time, but let's keep moving on while we can. So, built for builders. For those of you who are more curious of the developer side, or perhaps you are friends with devs and looking to build out an idea, I want to share with you why Algorand has the best and easiest developer experience for building on the blockchain. I will showcase the QR code in a few moments. I'm just going to keep going with the presentation and showcase it in about 10 minutes time or so don't worry. So we have a world-class developer experience. With ALGO Kit tooling, which was launched in March 2023, and since then ALGO Kit 2.0 was released, it is now possible for any type of developer to contribute to projects on-chain, whether that's the backend with Python or front-end with React. It just takes 5 minutes to set up your Algorand developer environment. As you know, Python is one of the most popular programming languages with over 10 million developers worldwide. Algorand is the only blockchain that allows native Python programming for blockchain developers, so you don't need to learn a whole new language like Solidity. And in the future, ALGO tooling will allow a plug-and-play library of smart contracts by 2024 and improve debugging along with integration of an additional common language by 2025. So ALGO really changes the blockchain developers game. From the command line, compiler, top-class libraries like ALGO utils, easy-to-call smart contracts with client generator, instant access to testnet tokens, and of course, what does every Web 2 or Web 3 developer need? A solid debugger. So we have a Visual Studio Code Algorand Virtual Machine debugger. We have also just released LoRa. It is basically a blockchain explorer, but for your smart contract transactions, so you can easily see what happens when you're building. And as you know, Python is used to code machine learning and artificial intelligence. So thanks to Algorand, now smart contracts. And we really want to support you in every step of the way. So you can learn from our developer portal, and I'm going to send it into the chat. So with this link in the chat, you can go to the developer portal and also see AlgoKit, the downloading page. So if you are interested in developing, perhaps take a look at that after the presentation. We also have more support that we'd love to give to you. We have a YouTube channel called the ALGO Devs, and it's just a hub of videos, whether you like 10-minute bite-sized videos or you're more of a marathon programmer and you want to go through 3 hours. So we have beginner and intermediate boot camps upcoming. We have a Python beginner and followed by a Python intermediate where you build an NFT marketplace with our DevRel team at the Algorand Foundation. So I'll send that link in the chat as well if you want to register for that. And lastly, you can build with AlgoKit tooling, and it is as easy as filling in a 20-second form, whether you want to focus on just the back end or front end, or even both. We also host hackathons. Our most recent one just finished, but there will be another one closer to the end of the year. And we collaborate with Amazon Web Services, also known as AWS, Circle, Unity, and more. So let's keep continuing with the presentation. And let's get into some of the innovative real-world applications built on Algorand. Maybe this will inspire or motivate you to build your idea, whether you are a developer, marketer, community advocate, or etc. Firstly, what is needed to have a successful real-world application? So with this intermediation, there needs to be removing slow and expensive intermediaries by enabling conditional transactions with smart contracts, making it trustless and getting rid of the middleman, basically. New markets, there needs to be an expanding access to alternative investments and opportunities through tokenization and fractionalization of assets, enabling micropayments. There also needs to be data integrity, of course, verifying provenance, authenticity, and ownership of data, which builds on transparency and record keeping, and of course, identity, proving your identity through DIDs. So Algorand can give you the foundation to these success thanks to certainty, scalability, resilience, security, and ease of use. So let's go through some examples currently live on Algorand. I hope I have something for everyone in there. So first we have Lofty. They enable fractional home ownership by tokenizing real estate, enabling investors across the US to build wealth through property value growth and rental income. So they have tokenized over 148 properties across 11 US states. Their platform has approximately 7,000 monthly active users. So there's definitely a user base. And they have generated over $2 million in rental income for users to date. Maybe you're into aviation. TravelX is transforming travel industry with airline ticket inventory tokenization infrastructure So your airline ticket transforms into an NFT ticket, enabling true ownership and flexibility. With this transformed NFT ticket, you can buy and resell on their marketplace, or even just send it to your family and friends. And over 5 million passengers have already experienced the power of NFT tickets. And they have collabed with 2 leading airlines, Flybondi and Viva Aerobus, and they're in discussions with 60 plus more carriers. For those who are interested in farming, AgroToken connects farmers to financial opportunities by tokenizing their grains, creating digital assets backed by real harvest value. So farmers can trade AgroTokens for essential supplies, leverage them for loans, or access pre-funded credit cards as they're in partnership with Visa. And AgroTokens aims is to connect all players in the agricultural value chain, fostering efficiency and financial inclusion for all. And for those of you who are into DeFi, Folks Finance empowers users to manage their digital assets through a non-custodial platform, meaning they stay in control of their funds, which is very Web3. So users can leverage a suite of financial tools, including lending, borrowing, flash loans, and swaps for flexible portfolio management. They have also launched tokenized gold and silver with Meld Gold, allowing users to access value of precious metals in DeFi. Next, for those of you who are into maybe regulation and payments, Quantos, licensed by the Dutch Central Bank, Quantos Yurd allows everyone in Europe to participate in the digital economy, even without a traditional bank account. So Yurd isn't a cryptocurrency, stablecoin, or CBDC. It's a unique EMT, which means electronic money token, which is MiCA compliant, which is an EU regulation. For everyday use, offering instant and secure transactions, and Yurd is 100% backed by the funds held in a third-party account managed by the Quantos Foundation and audited by an accredited accounting firm. This is what the Quantos co-founder and CTO, Gaston Hendricks, had to say about Algorand. Algorand met all the requirements for issuing regulated digital euros on a public blockchain. From a capacity perspective, we can issue all the euros currently in circulation on Algorand and process thousands of transactions per second with instant finality. Perhaps you are into music. A-Note Music empowers fans to invest in fractional shares of music catalogs. As artist catalogs earn royalties, so does the investor. So they already have over 30,000 users in this innovative platform, and their catalog valuation is 25 million, and over 500,000 euros in royalties have been distributed to date, and that date was recorded in December 2023. Next is Impact. Heza Pay is the first and only interoperable digital payment platform in Afghanistan, transforming the way people send, receive, and manage their money. All 400 districts and 34 provinces in Afghanistan have access to Heza Pay services, which means they enable users to make airtime top-ups, bill payments, and person-to-person transfers all within a single app. It so far has processed over 4.5 million transactions, including 51,000 humanitarian cash transfers and over 1.3 million electricity bill payments. So more than a dozen organizations, including the World Food Programme, have used Heza Pay to send funds directly to beneficiaries in Afghanistan since the date was recorded of December 2023. So a London School of Economics study on Heza Pay impact among 2,500 Afghan women, they said digital payments can be an effective and transparent way of helping those most in need. I promise there's only 2 more left now. So Wholechain leverages blockchain technology to provide item-level traceability, revealing the journey of the products from source to shelf, which is very important in this day and age. It verifies ethical sourcing with transparent data on ingredients like vanilla and pomegranate seed oil, preventing deforestation and child labor abuses. Wholechain clients include major cosmetic brands and spice companies. And lastly, climate trade leverages blockchain to create a direct connection between individuals and high-impact carbon offset projects around the world. With blockchain, users can view the impact of their actions from offset purchases to project completion. The climate trade marketplace has more than 3,000 registered users and indirectly works with 13.5 thousand people through its API. Since 2019, climate trade users have offset 5.5 million tons of carbon emissions. So we're in the next phase of this presentation where I'll be given a live NFT minting demo, but I also want to take a pause there to see if anybody needs to see the QR code again. I will showcase the QR code again. Let me get it up on the screen. Now, this is for the onboarding one. So if you already have exported your wallet, well done. This is just for the onboarding one. Perfect. So the QR code should be on your screen again. And I will also share the magic link again, so you can either click it or scan. You claim the NFT through your non-credential, as you don't have a wallet yet. We will set up that wallet once you claim it. Then you export it, and with that export, you take it to ParaWallet, and you'll get your ALGO and your NFT. So I'll just give it a few moments for people to claim. And the really cool thing is I can already see that people are claiming. So there's been 38 claims altogether. I'll quickly show you. So this is allo.info. So we can already see the type of transactions happening and the amount of holders. So be sure to claim only once, of course. And yeah, so let's keep claiming. I know there's a lot more people in the live. And don't worry, if you perhaps didn't bring your phone or you're not prepared to claim at the moment, we will give you a few days after the workshop, but after a certain time, we're going to cut off the NFT claiming. So be sure to do it now while we are here. Let me share the QR code again. Perfect. Okay, does anyone have any questions? Please put it in the chat. Or if we're ready to keep going. Okay, well, the claim link is in the chat. I'll give you guys a few more seconds to claim. And I'll also give good information so you can do it afterwards, the presentation as well. But yes, let's keep going. So now I'm going to be doing the live NFT minting demo. If you have your ParaWallet, which 38 of you do, or 35 or somewhere around about, you can also do this too. So if you go to goplausible.com and we're going to launch mainnet, and here we're going to connect with our credentials as we have one. So all you need to do is go inside your ParaWallet, scan the QR code in front of you, and this is just to sign in. So I'm going to sign in with my test account. Perfect. And sometimes there might be a pop-up saying a small subscription. Just sign that transaction. It's very, very small. Now what we're going to do, if you landed in this page, cool. Later on, your wallet will look like this. On Para, it'll look a little bit different, but you'll have both of these NFTs. But where we're going to go is we're going to go to minted. After this, we're going to go to new mint. And if you're not on that page straight away, all you need to do is click up here and go to creator tools. It'll say turn creator tools on. So now I'll just showcase it as a live demo. So it's okay if you're not following along, but feel free if you want to. we're going to do arc 3. These arcs are the different types of things you can do with an NFT. So you can mint an NFT that can be upgraded, so you can change the data within it, or arc 3, which is unchangeable. So I'm just going to do a real simple, unchangeable NFT. Now, if I quickly check and get a picture, I'm going to add a picture of my 2 dogs. Feel free to mint your dogs on the blockchain as well. I'm going to just call it doggies and dogs. So all we did there was we picked an arc, we put in our file, we gave the name, we gave the unit name, and with that, we're just going to mint. So I'm just going to mint 1. And if I just click mint here, I will get a transaction sent on my Para wallet in my hand. So we just give it a moment. And the pop-up came up, I signed the transaction, and very soon the NFT will be minted. Perfect. So we just minted a NFT on the Algorand mainnet just like that, and we can even go check it out. I can click on the asset here.
Actually, the screen is
Okay. Well, we'll mint another one. Thank you for telling me. That's no problem. All right. Always something has to happen during the live. So I'm going to launch mainnet again. I'm going to share the screen. All I need to do is click the Web3 credentials and sign in with my Para wallet by just scanning the screen in front of me. I'm going to connect with my test account. And if you're wanting to get into the creator tools, all you need to do is click the 3 bars up here and click down here to get to it. After this, you go to the minted section and you click new mint. Well, that's the other one I minted, but we'll do it again. So as I explained about the arcs, we're going to do the unchangeable ones. I'm going to add my dogs as a picture. We just give it a name. We give it a unit name. And that's the only things you need to do. And we can do just minting 1. So now when I click mint arc3 NFT, in a few moments, a pop-up will come up. And then on my phone, I'll sign the transaction and it will mint the NFT, just like so. And in a few moments, we'll see it on the screen. Awesome. So we have a bunch of details. You don't need to worry about all the details. This is our asset ID. And if I click here, we can see it on allo.info. And so this is the NFT that we just minted on the Algorand mainnet. Perfect. So now if we go back to our presentation, I'm going to finish this off by talking about more of our ecosystem, but in a smaller depth and in an overview. Okay, perfect. So we'll keep going. Apologies about the screen being stuck. So we've went through a lot of real-world asset tokenization already, but if we do the last 3, Eureka, apologies if I mispronounce that, is a climate investing platform. Koi Banks is a payments infrastructure and financial asset tokenization. They cover South America, and Vesta Equity is a marketplace for tokenized home equity. We have a lot of data traceability and tracking. So PlanetWatch is an air quality data marketplace. LabTrace, which we recently partnered with, they allow data authentication solutions for clinical trials, which is very important. And WholeChain and Lavazza both do supply chain traceability. Lavazza is quite a popular coffee. We also have many DeFi protocols, as you know, Fox Finance, Tinyman, which is a decentralized exchange, Vestige for order routing and DeFi tooling, ALGO Mint used for bridges and stablecoin baskets, and many more. We also have a lot in stablecoins, digital money, and payments. So USDC is a fully reserved US backed stablecoin, as well as X backed for the XUSDC or USD. which is a decentralized stablecoin backed by various digital assets like Bitcoin, gold, silver, GoETH, which is basically just Ethereum, but on the Algorand blockchain. It's just brought over, wrapped, and ALGO. And then we also have, let's pick another one, Daffy. They are a point of sale solution. We also have some fun NFTs and games. So Examarket, ALGO X NFT, Dart Room, Round are all NFT marketplaces. Cosmic Champs is a 3D play-to-earn NFT mobile game, so you can earn crypto while you're on your phone. Also, Gunny does that as well. And then we also are partnered with World Chess. And there's probably even more in the ecosystem. Next, let's have a look at the ecosystem tools and infrastructure. So as many of you are already getting involved with Para, which is a great entry point to begin your journey with Algorand. It also includes an Explorer, and you can download it on your phone through any of the app stores. Gora Network allows you to extract real-life data onto the blockchain. It's an Oracle network. We also have NFT, which is a naming service. So for example, if you see your wallet address, it's a bunch of letters. And if you wanted to send one from an asset from your wallet to another person's wallet, you won't be able to remember all those letters unless you're a genius, maybe. So what you can do with NFTs, you can buy, for example, Web3 Pak.algo, which Web3 Pak, you should probably do that. But you buy Web3 Pak.algo, and so instead of sending to a bunch of letters, all you need to do is write in the sender Web3 Pak.algo, and it'll know exactly where to send it. So yeah, lastly, I want to talk about the accelerating in adoption and how we can support you if you want to begin building on Algorand. So we can help with the developer tooling, of course, which makes it easier to build and maintain applications on the Algorand protocol, supporting developers with resources, docs, and one-to-one real-time support. With ecosystem success, so supporting builders and startups in the ecosystems with programs and initiatives and mentorships, whether it's incubators, accelerators, or hackathons, as well as Algorand Ventures, business development and partnerships, tokenomics and governance. We help across the board. So we're on to the fun part again. From learner to leader, continue your Web3 education journey. For attending this workshop today, you also have the opportunity to add it to your online resume on platforms like LinkedIn. So this next NFT that you're going to claim with your Para wallet this time, so instead of non-credential, you claim it with your credential Para wallet. This is a special type of NFT called a verifiable credential, and it's a proof of the knowledge you've gained about Algorand. So let's go through that process now. You can only claim it with Para wallet. And of course, if you claim the onboarded NFT, you'll have enough funds to be able to complete the second challenge. So you have to complete the first challenge for this one too. So if we have a look at this video, this is to claim your certificate NFT using Para Wallet. So let's have a little watch of it. So you scan the QR code, you follow through with the link, you proceed to claim. After this, you'll claim with your Para Wallet because you have enough funds in your account now. After that, you launch the Para wallet. You'll open up your Para wallet. And then you choose the account you want to connect. And after that, you go back, you'll claim it with that wallet you chose you wanted to connect with, and then you finally sign the transaction back in your wallet. And then you will have claimed your certificate. Just like that. So let's try this process now. I hope you guys are ready. So this is the certificate of attendance that you'll be claiming, and you will also get 10 algos as well. So use your phone camera or QR scanner for that, and I will get the link to share in the chat in a moment's time. Okay, so I'm sharing the magic link in the chat now. And don't worry, if you weren't able to do the first part or the second part and you're a bit overwhelmed, if you're totally new to Web3, that's totally fine. We'll help you do it post-event as well. But for those of you who want to claim it now and get everything set up within the session, that'd be great. There's any questions in the chat. So with your Para wallet, because you claimed the onboard NFT, you should already have a wallet. You just click that link. That's a great question in the chat. I'll answer it at the very end of this presentation, if that's okay. I'll give it a few more moments. NFT just means a non-fungible token. It can be a few things, just either a picture minted, like we did a few moments ago, or it could have more use cases attached to it, like maybe it has a discount attached to it, or etc. Perfect, well done. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually show the steps by steps. So if you were waiting, this is now how you do it. You obviously scanned or clicked the link in the chat, you proceed to claim, and you claim with credential, you claim with your Para wallet. After this, you'll be prompted to launch Para wallet and connect an account. You connect the account that you used for the onboarding process. Then you switch back to Google Chrome. You claim with the wallet that you selected. You go back to the wallet and you sign the transaction. And then you receive your certificate of attendance as well as the extra earned ALGO. So I'll put it back to the QR code just for a few more moments. And just to answer the question in the chat, I'm going to say it out loud as it's quite a good question. So how does Algorand's pure proof of stake differ from traditional proof of stake? So for example, probably Ethereum is proof of stake mechanisms, and what are the advantages in terms of security and scalability? So Algorand's pure proof of stake mechanism differs from the traditional proof of stake mechanisms by randomly selecting validators. And Algorand does this by the power of VRF, verifiable random functions, from the entire pool of the holders. So this ensures fairness and decentralizations. And you talked about the security and scalability there. So there's enhanced security because the random selection makes it difficult for attackers to predict and target validators. And on top of that, with instant finality, once it's done, it's done. So there's no 12 seconds or 12 minutes of, oh, there could be a possible attack there. And then improved scalability, because the efficient consensus allows for fast transactions, processing, and finality. So I hope that helps with your question. Okay, great. So, oh yeah, so this is actually a cool video I'd like to show you. This is going to show you how you can use your verifiable credential certificate NFT. So if you followed along with the Minting NFT, you probably already be more familiar with this. But with you go back to the Go Possible website, of course, not on testnet, you do it on mainnet. You connect your profile, sign the small subscription for their API. After that, you recheck claims. If it's not there straight away, you recheck claims, give it a moment, and it will then show up like this. You have verifiable credential and add to LinkedIn profile. So if we look at the verifiable credential part, we can see who it was claimed by, who it was issued by, and it's verified by Gora. And then to add it to your LinkedIn profile, you just add to LinkedIn profile, and it will take you to LinkedIn and fill in the sections. So it's very easy. You can obviously go in and change it whatever way you may see fit. You can add skills to it. You can add the media of the NFT to it. But I definitely recommend doing that. Or if you connect with me on LinkedIn, just search my name, Sara Jane Kenny. We'll connect. And if you have any questions, I'm very, very happy to continue the conversation. But for now, thank you for your precious time and coming to the Intro to Algorand Workshop. I hope it was meaningful and you were able to take away something worthwhile. Please do not hesitate to reach out to anyone in the Algorand ecosystem. And once again, feel free to connect with me if you have questions in the next few days. Now it is time for questions. If we have a few more minutes, we started at 5 past, so maybe we'll bridge over to 5 past again. So post-event, you will receive an email with a link to a feedback form, and we would really appreciate any feedback you have so we can make these sessions better for you guys and for the future generation as well. So I'll pop that form link in the chat. If you have time, it's okay if you don't, but if you have time, please feel free to fill in the form. Okay, so I'll answer some questions at this point. By the way, if anyone wants the first QR code for the onboarding NFT, please let me know. Give me a thumbs up or just ask. Okay, I'm going to put in, for those who have the insufficient balance for claim, it's because you probably didn't go through the very first. Let me go here. Okay, so I'll share this now. Okay, so this is for the onboarding NFT. So scan the process and then export that temporary wallet to your other one. But now I'm going to answer some questions in the chat while we have time. So is Algorand exploring or implementing any layer 2 solutions to enhance scalability and transaction speed? If so, what are the specifics of these solutions? This is an absolute great question, and it's a question that gets asked a lot in Web3, probably due to the fact that Ethereum has many layer 2s to improve its slow transaction times and its very expensive fees. With Algorand, we don't need a layer 2 because the layer 1 can keep improving itself and it is already at a high tier level. So the transaction speed is less than 3 seconds, but, and I'll be a little bit technical, but we have done an upgrade called dynamic lambdas, which allowed the speed to be more dynamic, but faster when it needs to be faster. So we could probably keep improving that. And I know the DevRels and the developer team, they even say you could get down to a second in the future. But with every upgraded protocol has to be taken with patience and with the utmost caution. So that's the transaction speed side of it. And for the scalability side of it, we can already do 10,000 transactions per second, which is very, very high. And another great point to this one, you may see other blockchains where they theoretically can do a lot more. Say perhaps like Solana, they have maybe a higher theoretical, but the thing is, for the scalability part, if you're building for real world projects, there shouldn't be any downtime. Now, of course, technology sometimes go down, and that's how you fix and evolve. But Algorand has had no downtime since inception, and we also have a different stress tests. So I think it was might be one of our maximum transactions per second, I think was over 5,000 transactions in one block. So we don't necessarily, to answer your question plainly and simple, we don't need to explore layer 2s because our layer 1 works, and we can keep improving it from there on out. So we don't necessarily need a layer 2. Let me have a look if there's any more questions. Okay, so if you want to question in the chat, what if I want to claim attendance certificate by using Para on web? Why is it necessary to download the app? So Para Wallet does have a web application at the moment, but I know they definitely use the phone one more so. I guess that's just a preference. If you want to do it on the web app, but I always think it's handy to have a self-sovereign wallet on your phone. But whatever preference and whatever you find easiest to do. Yeah, great point, Mohammed Usman. It was around 5,800 TPS, the highest recorded on Algorand. Another question, why many blockchains have layer 3 even? I don't know. It starts to get to a point where if you keep layering up, it just gets congested. And what we need to do is to build the layer 1 and to evolve it more rather than keep building on top and on top. We need to have a good foundational blockchain. Yeah, sure. I will. What you can do is just put it in. You can just send it here. You can test out NFTs. Thank you for your honesty. So yeah, I guess any more questions, please feel free to send them in. I don't want to take up too much of your precious time. I really appreciate you guys coming to this workshop. And please connect with me on LinkedIn because I will post stuff afterwards so you guys can have the links easily as well. And I'll also post the videos where you can see how easy it is to onboard. But this was a new way we tried onboarding, so we really appreciate the feedback, and I hope this was one of your smoother Web3 experiences. Yeah, for sure. So allo.info is the Algorand Explorer to view the transactions. And for specifics, this is the Web3 onboarding one. So this is the asset. So we can see there's 38 holders for the onboarding. And you can look at all the transactions there. And by the way, the session is over, but I'm very happy to stay and chat with you guys. But if any of you need to leave, please don't feel like you need to stay. And thank you so much for your time. But I'm very happy to continue answering some questions, if that's okay with Web3 Pak as well. So here's a question. What are the current technical challenges faced by Algorand, and how is the team addressing them? Great question. So if we want to get a little bit more technical, so there's two things probably that are also across the entire Web3 space. As I was mentioning before in the presentation, quantum computers are coming, and Ethereum recently released a paper of how they're going to deal with it. And it was more so they're going to deal with it when it comes. We at the foundation have a different approach. We're more proactive. We want to start dealing with it now as if it's happening. So in the future, we'll be way more prepared. So quantum computer, as mentioned, we're 1/3 of the way there. Our history of the chain is post-quantum secure, post-quantum resistant, and we have two more things we need to do to have pure quantum security. The second one is decentralization. So right now, I think we have, I could probably check it real quickly, but I'm going to go off the top of my head. I think we have over 500 validators, which are basically nodes running the network. A node is basically just a computer. And so we are bringing in consensus incentivization, which is not a new idea to Web3 at all. Ethereum already has it. Many other people have incentivized nodes, which basically just means you get paid for securing the network. So we're bringing that in. So from the transactions that happen, the fee pool, and with a bit of help from the Algorand Foundation for a limited amount of time, we're going to have a pool that will pay these people securing the network by running their nodes. So I hope that answered your question. Another question, when will we cover AI-infused blockchains? We will see. AI is definitely growing way more popular, and it's really cool to see what people are doing with AI and blockchain technology. Some people want to see the next QR code. So I'm going to show the next QR code, if that's all right. Thank you so much for everyone staying. Okay, great. This session, I'm going to show for the people who want to get the certificate, I'm going to show that again, but please, anyone who has already claimed and is already ready to go, please feel free to leave. Yes, and next time I'd love to do an Algo Kit session with all of you, a live coding session. I'll chat to Web3 Pak. Okay, perfect. I'm going to quickly show the videos again for the step-by-step NFT claiming, but please feel free to leave at your own free will. So this is the first one. If you were claiming the onboarding NFT with one device, you scan the certificate, you proceed to claim, you go to the claim without credentials, confirm you're not a robot, and claim without the credentials. This creates a temporary wallet inside GoPausable for you. And so then what you need to do is scroll down and export the wallet. This time we're going to export it by just being on our phone, and we copy the mnemonic phase. We go into our Para wallet and we click Add New Wallet. We go to Import an account. You recover the account, and in the 3 dots in the top right-hand corner, you can paste your full paraphrase address. And then with this, you will have exported your wallet, so you will get the NFT and the algo, the starter algo. To do it on just on the computer, let me just go to that. So when you click the magic link, you proceed to claim on your laptop. You claim without the credentials. And then from here, you export it. And if you have your phone next to you inside of Para Wallet, all you need to do is scan this, well, not that QR code specifically, but the QR code that you get. And you recover your account. Perfect. And so now I'll show you, lastly, the very last one, your certificate one. And the certificate one is here. I'll just run through this one last time, and I promise I'll let you guys go. So when you claim your certificate using Para Wallet, you scan it with a QR scanner or your phone camera, the QR code, where you click the magic link, you claim it. After this, you'll be prompted to claim it with credentials. So the Para Wallet, because you now have a wallet with algos inside of it. After this, it will launch Para Wallet. You will choose the account you want to connect with. It'll probably just be one account for yourself. After that, you go back, you choose you want to claim with that wallet, and finally you sign the transaction, and then you will get your certificate. Perfect. So thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate those who stayed on a little bit later. All right, don't worry, guys. We will stay in touch. We'll be sending an email out, and please get involved with the community, and I'll help you one by one, no matter what time, to make sure you have a good Web3 experience with Algorand. So thank you so much, and I hope you continue the journey with Algorand. All right, thank you guys so much. Kanza, if you want to stop recording, I say that'll be good. Or does that happen after the workshop? All right. Hope everyone has a great day. Have a good evening.